gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire. Had the right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dark scope, the 2-piece! Oh my God!
Trató de darle ese respetazo ahí consigue una pelota y rápido se voltea y ahí se empieza a estar na marotagem. Belo ângulo dele.
For him, he's gonna be able to take out. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Almairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Da estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Anywhere on the body that you hit, he no-scope for a follow right there. He no-scope.
Termina eliminando a Jack y Qlash queda solamente positivo por parte de repente consigue la primera baja de se da cuenta que no
Good evening, everyone. We are back live for some more Mobile Mayhem. Again, it's your boy Verdict. Week 5, Day 8 will be tonight. Gilmania on the 1s and 2s. Gil, how are you doing today?
Doing great, pretty excited. Another week, another day of us watching these teams fight once again for their points.
You're absolutely right, bro. And points are definitely going to be up for grabs as we've had probably one of the better seasons since I've been casting Mobile Mayhem EU. And it just continues to get better and better. So as we take a look at its schedule for the day. Going to be starting off a little sweaty here. Bunker Esports, Qlash. Should be an interesting one. Followed up by possibly, you know, Gil and I were just talking about it. Possibly our sweatiest matchup of the day, Asylium and Gallant Esports. That one is probably going to be a banger. I'm expecting this one to go to at least 3. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely right. I feel like on that one, there's a lot of expectation for both teams. Of course, Gallant Esports trying to go to the very top, and Asylium trying to get themselves some more momentum. So it should be interesting to see that one.
Yep, a little bit of light breathed into the Asylium roster as they got that Stage 5 invite a few weeks back, and definitely looking to turn their season around. So that is going to be our highlight match of the day. Followed up by a team that just recently joined the circuit. That is going to be Aphelion. They take over Ultima's place as they could not perform or produce a roster. They're going to be taking on Meseeks EU in their debut for Mobile Mayhem EU. fall 2021 season. So that should be an interesting one. I think we were talking about it off stream as well. This one is a toss-up. I don't really know too much about the Aphelion roster, but based off of who I saw on it, it could be an interesting one. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. Noxious Blood, Nova Esports to close us out, and I think that's one of the matchups that we were also kind of contemplating on what's going to happen there, because Nova's been playing so well recently, and then Noxious Blood has turned things around.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how well the side of Noxious Blood can fight back against Nova, specifically on respawns. And I'm expecting big things from Noxious Blood off of the Search and Destroy matchup against them. So yeah, that's the last one of the day. But for starters, like we just talked about, it is going to be Bunker Esports and Qlash. First match of the day, and should we talk further more about that?
Well, I've got these standings up here. I'm going to take a look at first. Bunker Esports obviously making a last-minute intro or last-minute push into the season. They don't have any points to show for it. Qlash obviously fighting for a playoff spot, and it's not looking too promising with Asylium right there below them. So should be an interesting day. Stamina obviously still at the top seed of that bracket. Nova Esports looking to, push their way back up to the top. Gallant had a little bit of a struggle here and there, but they still sit pretty nicely at 75 points. Anarchy and Meseeks EU both with 60 points apiece. Where it gets interesting, though, is that Qlash and Asylium fight for that 6th place spot. Obviously, Asylium made a rebrand to XOXO, or from XOXO to Asylium. So they inherited those points, but XOXO's expectations for the season to begin with were very low, and their points were also reflecting that. So, best of 3 format. I think we are geared up for our first series of the night. As I'm taking a look at it, should be a pretty decent one to start us off with.
I think you got off at the end, Verdict. Could you repeat that?
Oh, no, I was just saying the best of 3 format looks pretty decent. I've got it pulled up. Looks like we're going to start off with a Summit Hardpoint.
Yeah, moving on. After that game of Summit Hardpoint, we're going to have Search and Destroy on Standoff and a potential Game 3 of Domination Raid. That should be a really interesting map rotation. I really like it. And then about the bans for the map of Bunker Esports is going to be the Crossfire and the Operator Sparrow. And from Qlash, we're going to have Hackney Yard Band and the Kinetic Shield.
But I was just checking the chat. Where is the maid's outfit?
All of those out.
Imperium and I are working on coordinating that, as he will be out for the next few days. Won't be joining us back, if I'm not mistaken, not this Thursday or next week at all. But if that is to change, we will definitely coordinate it so that way you guys get what you earned. You guys put up 500 plus. I think it was like 550 the last time I checked it. Yeah, just too crazy. You guys are too much. I appreciate all of the attention and the need for everyone to see us in maid costumes. So that should be interesting as well. All right. We've got the best of 3 played out here. Hardpoint Sum is where we're going to start the action off. Won't see Sparrow or Kinetic Armor, but we will see Annihilator. Won't see the Crossfire map, thank God, as well as the Hackney Yard, which I kind of grown to like for Hardpoint and Search or Destroy, but Domination, it is obviously not the move. So, listen-ins, we got clearance from Bunker to join. Qlash is a negative. So, with that being said, I think we are ready to go ahead and start this series off. Bunker Esports looking to get on board with some points, and then Qlash obviously looking to jump into a playoff position. This should be interesting now. If I'm not mistaken, Ragox was once on this Qlash team, so to see him bounce over to that Bunker Esports roster, I mean, they've got talent. They've got plenty of potential. There's many names up there that I recognize, Cosmos and Dark Wizard being just a few. But then you got Lydia and Ragox to back up as well, so I'm excited. I'm thinking that we're going to go ahead and spam start it. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Game number 1 underway. Chat, what are your predictions? Gil, what are your thoughts? Obviously, Bunker making a last-minute entry into the season. Haven't seen too much from them. As a matter of fact, the one time we did, it was a bit not so organized, I'll say.
Yeah. For the side of Bunkers, of course, being late, it is crucial for them to get as many points as they can, but Qlash are not going to be an easy matchup here. I'm not too sure what the deal is going to be in here overall, but I think there's a high chance that Qlash could steal away a game from the Bunkers roster. For now, first point, 15 seconds have gone by. Slight advantage moving on to Bunkers esports, who continue to be under control. Plenty of people from Qlash are struggling to get inside, and a lot of points given already for the Bunker esports.
Yeah, Bunker esports are earning those first few uncontested points. Zed finally going to come through, finds 2. Make it a 3rd. No, Dark Wizard there for the refrag. 3 on board for the Dark Wizard tilt. Pana comes through, takes him out. P1 is a sweatfest, but again, Bunker obviously in a little bit of a control here. 25 seconds and counting as we see P2 rotations come through. Cosmos going to spawn right there on the catwalk area. We're going to see the rotations come through for Qlash. They're looking to get this spawns for P2. Also dip their foot onto this P2 transition, as I do see multiple players actually pushing backside, which is Blessed and Bunker. They actually secure the spawns. They actually secure the point, and now we're going to see the full-on flank from Zed. Zed able to win that 1v1 gunfight. Finds another in Dark Wizard, but points are still racking up, and it's 43-7 so far, as P2 coming about halfway through, and I got to give it to Bunker. They came in cool, calm, collective here at the very start of this hard point.
Yeah, so far doing an amazing job of keeping these 2 hard points under control. We know how difficult it can be, but they're making it look easy. Ragux is a player from them that currently has 5 kills, and inside of the objective, just trying to survive, making sure that no one's around. He does get the audio information that there's an enemy up close, goes for the kill and gets it. Immediately starts rotating towards the next hard point, and it is going to be yet again the side of Bunkers there first. But this time, Qlash are coming in hot. I do see Zed eventually getting taken out. Qlash are so close to gaining control once again, but close is not enough, and Bunkers is the one who continues to be inside of the objectives most of the time.
Yep, they are. They're racking up 80 to 10-point lead, and I do see some precisions coming through. That's going to be Cosmos utilizing his. He's got his Annihilator as well. I think this would be a perfect opportunity for us to give guys over at Bunker the opportunity to sound off, as we're going to join in their VCs for listen-in.
En verde, creo. Sí, en spawn.
Tira punto.
¿Muerto?
Son dos puntos,
Uno tractor, bro.
Entren, hacer trofeo, entren cuando pueda. Wow, conector.
Vamos.
Hay que entrar.
Y la hora es punto como
Muerto.
Bueno, vamos a hacer.
Acordaos de rotar, eso es.
Espérame, David, espérame.
Están disparando, random.
Uno en el tractor. Hostia puta. Uno en L2.
Vayan por L.
Side.
Guarden más en el spawn, a lo Kike. Al spawn.
Spawn, todos.
Uno en garaje.
Ah, en el spawn sigue, bro. Hay que moquear el spawn, por lo menos un smoke.
Spawn todos.
Uno secret. Síguete una bala. Otro secret.
Otro más.
Dos.
Por medio muerto. Otro por medio.
Tengo yo punto,
Otro por nieve.
Muerto uno.
All right, there you go. Comms sound pretty decent. Don't speak too much Spanish, but based off of what I heard, everything was pretty fluent. The rotations over to the P4 were pretty on point. You know, they didn't have spawns to begin with. They battled for those spawns, and I think I heard that going into that P4 rotation guild. Kind of shed light on what you heard.
Yeah, they're going to end up with a victory. And specifically what I would like to say is point out the fact that although they were winning by a heavy lead, they were not messing around. You know, they were extremely focused. They knew what they wanted to do. They didn't want the game to be longer than it actually needed to be. You know, they weren't fooling with their rotations. They weren't just taking a chill because of the 100 points lead. They continuously moved forward, trying to get the victory, and that paid off. They are going to start out with a huge dub in their favor.
They are indeed, as I'm taking a look at the scorecard here. Multiple players with 45 seconds plus on the hill. Blessed, top frags, 20 and 9. Very well played. 12 and 8 for Cosmos, but puts up a minute and 7 on the hill. Minute and 6 for Ragox, who was absolutely slaying out early on. You take a look at it on the side of Qlash, and you start to wonder, where was the objective being played at? Nobody even racking up close to 30 seconds on the point. Obviously, they only put up 32 on the board, but that's just not a great way to start the day off, especially when you're contending for a playoff spot versus a team who don't have any points on board. It's definitely making me question what's going on with Qlash, as I've seen them come through multiple occasions, be able to perform in various situations where, you know, it looked like they were becoming that next top-tier elite team, that next legend killer, and then they have a start like this. Definitely not a good way to start it off, but they will be able to redeem themselves on the Search and Destroy and Standoff. So, comms on point. The guys who are at Bunker look pretty decent in comparison to where they were at last week. Am I right?
Absolutely right. I enjoyed every bit of it. I mentioned how the control over Hardpoint 1 and 2 was there. We know how difficult that can be, but they had a tremendous job for themselves. And you said it yourself. There's a significant change from what we've seen in the past from them. And I mean, I said that maybe Qlash was going to take it, but turns out that I might be completely wrong. Qlash just couldn't keep up to their opponents. They constantly try to get inside. Like you mentioned, they didn't have the OVJ time. They didn't have the fights going in their favor either, you know. They were most of the time on one-on-one interactions. They were just losing each and every single one of them. And as we now move for Search and Destroy, there needs to be some sort of change, but Bunkers definitely surprised me, and the third victory for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a dominant performance in Game 1. They've got the sniping power to take the edge off in Game 2 as well, so I'm looking at a potential 2-0. Will it mean anything for the season in points-wise? Probably not. I'm going to be honest with you, with the way that they jumped into the season. I don't think there's a possibility for them to make a playoff run, but it would be certainly interesting to see them knock off some of these top point teams and contend with some of the top tier teams here, as we're going to get geared up for game number 2. Looks like we are ready to go. Predictions, after seeing that matchup, and especially after seeing how well the sniper talent is over at Bunker Esports, I'm expecting them to close this one out in 2. I'm going to be honest with you. Coming into today's matchup, I didn't expect it, but after seeing that hard point, I'm definitely full on board with Bunker.
Yeah, that would be a pretty confident bet. And as we start with this game number 2, we're going to have the side of Qlash being on the offensive role. They're going to have a Spectral carrying the bomb, not really doing a push just yet. They are waiting. They form a bit of a wall throughout the map, just waiting to catch someone off guard and take the early player lead. In here, no one from Bunkers is actually gonna buy that bait. You know, they are waiting the same way. They know that they don't really have to push. They only have to limit themselves to defend. It's actually gonna be Blast, the one to push slightly onto that gas station and takes the key onto Set, immediately trying to capitalize on. Finds a way to push with the MX-9, gonna be dropping a nade. Blast is also with the help of his ally Lydia. Cosmos getting a kill, Rhaegar does as well. Only 2 remain for the Qlash roster. That's gonna be Greed and Spectre. Spectre in the middle of the map has spotted a few enemies, but although it does a lot of damage, doesn't really find the kill. Gets taken down himself, and with a perfect round, Bunkers gonna start up with a point for themselves.
Yeah, that was a well-executed play there on that back alley push. Blasting Cosmos combo combined for 2 kills themselves. Make that 4. Good God, they clean house. as Cosmos came through that bottom granny area. Now we're going to see the push up towards the A site. Spectre going to lead the way. Spectre going to find one. Is going to clear off Lydia. And that is going to be Ragox there to contest. He is going to be taking some shots, but is also going to be receiving a few. Trying to get these wall bangs to hit. Is he going to see Says off the rip, but Says peeking and re-peeking. Oh my god, Spectre with the nade. And a decent attempt here on this aggressive push. Finds himself with a 2-man advantage and a bomb plant. Make that 3 as Greed finds his first. Should be a closeout routine round here for Qlash, but Cosmos finding one should be a bit interesting now. He's going to take some shots mid. Is going to be finding Spectra, but Spectra going to get the better end of that deal. We're going to be all tied up 1-1. Very well adjusted attack strategy there for Qlash. Well executed. They don't have any casualties off the rip. They get the bomb down after getting those 2 bodies dropped, and they executed perfectly on that attempt.
And the Spectre was definitely a huge part of that, getting that early kill, helping them plant the bomb, and then that grenade kill. Ultimately, 3 kills total for Spectre as we move on to round number 3. There's gonna be a couple kills traded, a 4v4 gonna start here. The side of Bunkers Esports decided to defend heavily in this side, but Greed was ready for that push, gets a kill, but then gets taken out himself. More kills are traded yet again. What once was a 4v4, all of a sudden is gonna be a 2 versus 2, leading with Ragox and the Dark Wizard. Both of them are gonna be defending boxes. Their enemies are actually rotating all the way to the backside of the blue house, maybe thinking about rotating around and eventually plan over at the A bomb at the A side. They are taking their time. Zed is moving into this cubby area. Now that he feels sort of cleared, the bomb carrier also gets there, but the sniper from the Bunkers Esports finds the first kill. Dark Wizard eliminating Spectre and making sure that that bomb carrier is down. Of course, they don't know that, but that is just disastrous for the Qlash roster set in a 1v2. It's about to spot the 2 enemies at once.
Oh, Ragox.
Tries to go for, yeah. Wait, that was a kill for Ragox.
Yeah,
Like,
that was. Lasered
turned
him.
around and
yeah, that was pretty spicy. Ragox getting a little intense there. Good God. I gotta say, Qlash making that back alley push is not the move. They've made several attempts, 2 to be exact, but now we're gonna see that aggressive A push come through. It's not gonna go the way that they planned here earlier. We saw in the second round. That's gonna leave Greed. Greed's actually gonna be running for his life here as he does eat a few bullets from the shots from Bless. Cosmo gonna be up here to play a little aggressive as well. They're gonna have him perimetered, and this is gonna be a GG 3-1 potentially here if Greed doesn't have a miracle up his sleeve. And first player pushes in, misses both shots with the short. He feels bad. Ragox comes through and absolutely makes him pay for it. Again, a expected A push, I guess you would say, based off of how they played the last round. The B site was, you know, they cleared the back alley, didn't make any attempts towards the B site, which I felt like they could have. The A side push was very much so anticipated, and guys over at Bunker absolutely own it. So 3-1 here as we're going to be on the last defending side here for Bunker. Qlash looking to get back on board, making things interesting. Bless drops. Zed gets blessed. Trades come through, but it's a 2v1 as Zed finds his second there. Make it 3. Ragox going to be holding the A-bomb side accordingly. Going to have one player there to help out with the push, but is not going to be able to live for much longer. Dark Wizard, though!
Dark Wizard.
Good God, where did you come from? Leveling the playing field. It's a 2v2 here. Pana doesn't miss the shots on point. Ragox left in a 1v2. He's got Zed, who's planting the bomb at B, and Panda to deal with. Ragox now has 40 seconds on the clock. Zed going to make the rotation back towards this back alley area, anticipating this push backside. Panda knows exactly where Ragox is and anticipating him to make the push towards this granny site, but now Ragox left to clutch it up, 1v2 style. Can he do it?
Yeah, that's a great question over there. He's going to get onto that Daily area doesn't see any enemies, pretends to be defusing the bomb, but in a 1v2, all they gotta do is wait and take the kill when needed. Pana, you said it, he doesn't miss those shots. Takes that kill and the round to try to even things out. They're still gonna be on the back foot, 3-2. The advantage remains to be in favor of Bunkers Esports, but not as heavily as it could have been. And I do gotta mention, like, that play from Dark Helmet was definitely so clutch. And in here, he finds the first blood with a jump shot onto Spectre. Blast also gets a kill. Cosmo does too. Everybody's falling apart from Qlash as they lose Greed as well. Set in a 1v4, finds the first opponent and takes the kill onto Blast. Bomb is gonna be planted. 40 seconds on the clock. And Zed is gonna be all by himself once again. Finds Dark Wizard. But we know how he likes to land these shots. Taking that kill and increasing their advantage once more. And in a way, I feel like either it goes heavily in favor of Qlash or it doesn't. There's no in between. They are going in. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But since they already lost game 1, I don't know if I would be playing along those odds if I was them.
No, I'm on board with that. As a matter of fact, we saw a little bit of a stumble on the attack. Gonna have a chance of redeeming themselves here on the defense, but it's not looking any better. Blessed finding one, making it his 8th here. Is gonna be taking some shots himself now. Lydia drops in the back as Zed finds their 5th. Deli control on point. Bomb's going to be pushed up. Cosmo's going to lead the pack. Dark Wizard finds Saze. Deli not safe. Zed going to be finding one, but he's going to be finding a few shots in his face there from Ragox. Bless still trying to push this top blue area with the sniper as he has found a player there, but is not going to have much to work with. That's Panda's going to go ahead and make the rotation over. Panda finds one in Ragox there. And now it's Blessed and Dark Wizard left in a 2v2 scenario. Bomb is down. It is all the way in Deli. It's going to be collected by Blessed. Or towards Deli, rather. And now we're going to see the rotation over. Greed going to be there to stop the push. Greed going to be one shot. Greed going to be taken down. Blessed with the quick scopes on point. And now Panda finds one. That's the bomb. No, that's Dark. Dark's down, but Blessed also one shot. The nade's going to come raining in. Blessed is not going to be able to get away, is he? Oh, he does. And now the anticipation here for the push. 35 seconds on the clock. It looks like Blessed wants to play a little more conservatively, as he should. Panda clears barrels, makes the 1v2 clutch. And we were just talking about there's no in-between. That was a little bit of that in-between. It's either bad or good. That was a mediocre round that Panda clutched up in a 1v2 fashion. Well played, Panda.
Really, really well done, well executed, playing with that sniper in its strengths. Just waiting and taking the perfect opportunities. He realized that the opponent was going to be on those barrels, most likely. Went for the quick shot onto him, take him out and defuse the bomb. The first blood is going to be for Spectre, and so does the kill. Says and Jesus Christ, everybody's dead now. It's a 2v2 verdict. What even happened here?
You know what? Everybody pushed that A site and everyone dropped. There were 2 players left from each side. Make that 1 now as Dark Wizard and Lydia looking to clutch it up. Zed going to be escaping with his life for now, but he has been called out. Lydia doesn't miss the MX-9 OP. 3 kills on board for her, and now we're at match point. Everything kind of just fell apart there for the guys over at Qlash. It was a 5-man push to the A site. 2 remained alive for the guys over at Bunker. 2 left alive for Qlash. It was an even matchup, but you know, it's a tough one. Now you're on match point. You can't make any mistakes. Zed going to find one, but is, oh my god, Spectre going to come through and clear Lydia out, even on the backs of a well-placed nade. The assist going to go back in favor of Zed. Now we're going to see the aggression come through on this defense, as I see Dark Wizard is actually cornered here. Is he going to be able to collect a bomb? He's got 3 players on the outskirts of this bottom granny area. Spectre wants to push it. Is going to go ahead and slide peak staircase safe, but Dark Wizard, COD timing. Safe by the bell right here, but now is going to collect a bomb and is going to reposition Dark Wizard, and it's a 3v5. I'm sorry, 3v4 now as Cosmos finds one. I thought 3 players dropped instantly, but Panda going to be revenge. So Now we're going to see the bomb planted at B, and 45 seconds on the clock. The advantage still in favor of the guys over Qlash. They need a round here to extend it. And Bunker only need one to close things out.
Dark Helmet finds the kill onto Zed, trying to defend his bomb that he just planted. Spectre pretending to defuse, but through the wall takes the kill. Still in a 1 versus 2, finds another one and takes the kill to Cosmo. Now takes out the shorty. Went for the triple, was so close from pulling off a miracle in favor of Qlash, but it's not going to be the case. It is going to be Bunker's Esport with a 6-3 victory in a 2-0 fashion, defeating the Qlash roster and putting some numbers for themselves. You said it, they may not necessarily be on contest for the final teams, but they are coming in hot. There's a different team that we saw last week, and what a way to play today.
Yeah, they putting up some healthy competition and very convincing. Hardpoint and Search to Destroy win 2-0 fashion there. They earned 20 points. 10 kills on board for Dark Wizard. Absolutely popped off, as well as Blessed and Ragox. Expected Ragox and Dark Wizard to hit a few, of those shots. I think Ragox opted to MX9 for the majority of the game, so still a huge factor in this Search to Destroy. 2-0 fashion. Again, Bunker Esports coming in hot and heavy, putting up some healthy competition. Qlash, back to the drawing board, man. I don't know what's going on over there. I know they had a few roster changes. I think Ragox was on this squad at one point, finds himself on this Bunker team, and fitting in like a glove. So GG's well played for both teams, but ultimately that is going to take us to our standings where we can see, it's a bit of an awkward position for Qlash now. They have 45 points. They're in that 6th place slot. This is the turning point for them in the remainder of the season. Do they perform? After this date, do they perform well enough to make that spot for the 6th place and higher? Or is Asylium going to be able to edge them out? I don't know. This is, what leads me to our next point, which is going to be our next series up ahead. That is going to be Asylium and Gallant Esports. I think that this matchup alone is going to determine how well Asylium is going to transition into that top dog spot. I feel like they come through with a bit of momentum on the backs of having that second chance at life. I am anticipating this matchup to be one of the best ones of this week, as well as one of the better ones for the season. So, should be an interesting one, but I think we are actually going to take a short intermission while we allow these players to get in. So, Gil, we're going to take maybe 3 to 5 minutes, get these guys in. You guys don't go anywhere. We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to be right here. But until then, we're going to have a short intermission. It's actually going to be started off with a few words from COD Mobile. So, we'll be right back. All right, guys, our matchup of the day, Asylium versus Gallant esports. Going to be an interesting one, going to be sweaty. Going to be a proving point here for Asylium if they are going to make that run for the playoffs, as we were mentioning earlier on in the bracket standings and whatnot. They're right there at 45 points, right below Qlash. This could put them above, them, but also kind of set the pace for how they're going to, end the remainder of the season. So, ask a lot of you guys over on YouTube. If you're not following me on YouTube, go ahead and make that transition over. Hit that subscribe and like button. And the poll is taken off. Right now, it's 56% in favor of Gallant. Asylium right there, though, 44%. So if you haven't cast your vote, make your way over to that chat. And, drop a like on the video, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Make sure you're staying up to the pace of what Verdict's got going on over there. Also, I think it's fair that we pull up the best of three as it's ready to go. On that end. Gil, what are we starting off with?
Well, for the first game of this second match, we're gonna start on Takeoff playing Hardpoint, then Search and Destroy on Firing Range, a third game of Domination Standoff. About the bans is going to be Raid and the Annihilator from Asylium, and Crossfire and the Kinetic Shield from Gallant esports. Once again, Verdict Crossfire was not an option, and I'm sure you're happy about that. I am as well. Not a big fan myself either. I'll be real here.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely a map that is hit or miss. Hardpoint, I don't really like it. Domination, it's a no-go. Search and Destroy is the only format that I can see that map working out on. So we're going to get geared up to start this series. Again, this is our highlighted match of the day. I put a lot of emphasis on that. This is Asylium coming back into the scene. Was formerly Oxygen. Obviously, they got that invite for Stage 5. Kind of snuck up on everybody. But, this is their opportunity to set the tone for the remainder of their season. So, best of threes starting us off with Takeoff Hardpoint. Not a huge fan of Takeoff, to say the least. As a matter of fact, to see a Takeoff Hardpoint is going to be a bit unorthodox to start us off with. But, again, it's in the playlist. We got listed in permission for both Asylium and Gallant esports, so we'll be able to jump into both of their VCs when we see fit. Obviously, we're only going to jump into one team's VC per match, so we might only get the chance to listen to one of these teams, pending it goes to only 2 games throughout the series. So we are ready. You can go ahead and spam that start button, get us in this next game. Predictions have been made. We're going to go ahead and end that poll here shortly. 55% in favor of Asylium now. We got 11 votes in total.
And, I mean, it's particularly important for the side of Asylium to win this game. Also because Qlash lost theirs too, right? The fact that they were unable to make any points for them is going to be just so tremendously important for the Asylium roster, making sure that they can overcome their opponents and start planting themselves with a better odd of ending on playoffs spots. As we start with this game number 1, I think we can take a look at one of the interesting players that we got to see last time from Gallant esports. That is Honor. Honor right now going to be playing with the SKS and the Shorty, currently making his way onto the hard point. It is being defended by the team. 30 seconds have passed, almost 20 for the Gallant roster. Honor here with the SKS finds an opponent, takes the key onto Feints. That's gonna be a double piece. No, ends up dying to the hands of Shark. These players now from Asylium are putting in an effort. They know, like, it's pretty important for both. Gallant esports want to be onto that top 1 contesting, while, well, on the other end we have Asylium trying to get themselves onto a playoff spot.
Yeah, they are, absolutely. Game 1 has been a sweaty one to start off with. Raid picks up his 6th, clears off P1, but Feints there to get the refrag. Top control is going to be helped by worst sniper, Capo, on the objective and racking up some much needed time here as it got a little bit split in that first point. Obviously, it's out in the open, and it's not going to be one that you're going to win a majority of your points on. Feints comes through. Staircase Bandit, the point is going to be held still by Gathalia, is going to be taken down. The contest is going to come through on both sides. Genius pulled up some genius plays there. It is going to be able to clear the staircase off, and P2 going to be resting peacefully here for the matters of moments. But I do see a 4-man push-up. It's going to be led by Shark, who is actually going to get the bitter end of the stick there from Genius, who had attack 5. Increase in health and is going to be able to clear off the point. Balance finally getting able to put some hill time in, but there's Raid, who has 10 on board too, so a hell of a start here for Gallant Esports. They rack up a massive P2 performance. As a matter of fact, I don't think but 2 points went to the favor of Asylium here on that P2 rotation. So Staircase was an absolute dub for Gallant. They're going to be setting up proper here as we do see Asylium already with the advantage on this P3 transition, but we'll see how long they can contest here, as I do see multiple players pushing into the point. They've got Tac 5s enabled. Jazz going to be there to contest. Jazz going to be taken down, and P3 already looking like the guys over at Asylium are getting outplayed out of the hill there.
And right now, Raid with a Sparrow going to be making sure that no one gets inside of the OBJ. Just trying to expand as much as possible there at lead. In here, he tried to go for a kill onto Jazz, but Jazz also had that extra shield from the operator, managed to survive that interaction and get the kill at the end. Asylium trying not to fall too far behind. Jazz, the last player inside of this building, gets taken out by Gathela. That is huge for them, but now Faint's trying to fight back. Vines continues to be alive, up and running, and a back and forth matchup so far. Slight advantage continues to be in favor of Gallant Esports, but I don't think I see a clear winner just yet as we are moving on to the next hard point. As we know, this map doesn't really have too many particular rotations, and then you have others like, for example, Shoot House that has like 5 or 6 in such small map. In here, you're only gonna get along with 4. And in this next one, it seems like the Gallant roster are there first. Let's see if they can defend against their opponents.
Yeah, but that's going to be a perfect opportunity to join in the VCs for the guys that are Gallant Esports. Stay tuned as we are going to give them a chance to sound off.
Surrounded! P1!
One side.
Totally spawned out.
Trop marre.
Let's spawn on A.
Top.
Top. Two top. Long.
That inside.
One is out.
One more. He's near window.
I spawn back.
Two
Make a
P5.
rotation for next.
Okay, go next, let's go. Someone go into point. I'm playing top yellow.
Window dead. He stopped still. He's going top blue.
Top
That
kilo.
guy needs to die.
Top kilo.
He's in our spawn.
Ah, bien joué. Blue side, il arrive derrière toi.
I've got tech.
Ok.
Bottom blue.
Spawn
He's still
flip.
dead. I'm jumping in. Wait.
Go into point, Capo, go into point. Spawn flip, et spawn on A, Bien you.
Yeah, spawn flip.
Take top yellow.
Ouais, mais tu fais.
One side.
Contest is weak.
Mais gros, mais tue-le
Blue side, on the right.
I can't stand on the side. One is blue side.
I'm trying to smoke. Bro, top yellow.
One is bottom.
Top yellow.
Going bottom blue.
Bottom yellow again.
Side again.
Low on point, low.
All right, I am digging this series so far. As a matter of fact, it has been a sweaty back and forth affair. Now the advantage is going to go back in favor of the guys over at Gallant Esports. 10 seconds left on P1. We saw how devastating P2 was. Asylium need to find a way to get into the objective, and they need to hold off this Gallant Esports push, because it's going to come, and it's going to come so fast they're not going to be able to react. Marvel going to make that push up. Shark's going to be caught up. Staircase. 2 players up top. 1 drop. 1 still low. P2 opening up, and gotta say, the comms over at the guys over at Gallant, pretty on point.
Yeah, they had a clear way of communicating, just focusing on particular voice commands from, I think that was Gathila, the one making most of the calls over where to go and when to move. Of course, having the spots revealed by their other allies whenever they saw an enemy. And here I see Balance balance on the Asylium roster with 16 kills on the Sparrow, remaining under control. This P2, like you mentioned, has been so in favor of the Asylium roster, finally making sure that they are in the lead. They lose control for a little while, but immediately turning back into their favor. They are now going to be rotating towards the next one. That is going to be balanced alongside with Marvel. Marvel here with the MX9 is going to be one of the first there, taking that kill onto the worst sniper. They need less than 15 points, and they are there first. Now they have to defend. If they want victory, it is the moment of truth. No more redos for the Gallant roster. They gotta make sure that they get now inside, but they have so many enemies to fight first. Marvel with 22 kills finds the first blood, goes for the double, doesn't get it, but still is alive. Doesn't matter too much. Gets it, turns back around. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Defense just flawless for the Asylium roster. Is gonna steal victory of the hands of the Gallant esports. I thought it was gonna be a game for them, but right there on the last 2 points, heavy performance and heavy defense for the Asylium roster.
Yo, they started off a little rocky on that P2 transition, but gained a little bit of grip after that P4 takeover was massive. P1 heavily contested. P2 was a big dub. Balance did a great job of maintaining spawns up top on that staircase and made the early push towards that P3 spot. We saw him get taken down. Marvel was there to pick up the pieces, and that leads us to our scorecard. 52 seconds on board for Shark. Doesn't go positive. That's quite all right. When you're able to put up that kind of objective timing, as well as coordinate as great as they did on that bounce back. Minute and 6 for Jazz, 23 and 22, 18 to 22, 21 for Balance. But again, that P2 hold was absolutely clutch. Marvel comes through with a top performance in KD department, 24 and 13, only puts up 25 seconds on the hill. But when you're doing such great perimeter control, that's all you can ask for. So game number 1 in the books. I didn't expect this Asylium team to start off this strong, I'm going to be honest with you. Especially after that P2 rotation, I was like, wow, they're going to take a massive L here. Gallant Esports going to take the ropes and lead this series in. And, man, did they bounce back just phenomenally towards the second half of that hard point.
A little rocky, a little shaky at first. Doesn't mean that it has to continue that to be that case, but most of the time it can be. This time, though, Asylium proved us wrong and took victory for themselves, as now we might be getting ready for the next one. It is surprising, yes, and as surprising as it is also really important. I think on cartography there was an issue. I don't know if it's still that way. But yeah. And okay, as we now move for Search and Destroy, do you see Asylium having the chance to potentially close it out on a 2-0 fashion, or is Gallant Esport going to bounce back up? Not only asking you, Verdict, but also those who are watching in chat.
You know, it's going to be a firing range Search and Destroy. This is an interesting one. Marvel's going to have to be on point with the snipes. We're going to have to see a well-coordinated push on both sides for Asylium in order to take this 2-0. It's a tough 2-0 to take. It's certainly possible, but I got to roll with Gallant here. They have shown time in, time out how well they can play Search and Destroy, even on the backs of a 4v5 against that Noxious Blood team who put up a hell of a fight, but this isn't Noxious Blood. This isn't a 4v5 either, so definitely going to have to play both sides of the series to see. I want to see a Game 3. I expected this one to take us to that distance. But again, I also didn't expect Asylium to take game number 1. So, interesting. I gotta favor Gallant here in this Search and Destroy just for the simple fact that they're contenders in the top tier of this EU scene, regardless of what roster they put up. So, I've got to put it on that simply alone. So, if it does go to that Game 3, again, we saw it's going to be a standoff. Domination, that should be an interesting one as well. So, chat, what do you guys think? I know Gil asked you guys and not me, but I'd put my 2 cents in. I think it's fair if you guys put a, feedback in chat. Let us know what you guys think for this next game. Obviously, it's going to be a Search and Destroy on firing range. I'm going to be looking to see how Raid performs. I have seen him top frag in every sense of the word for this Gallant roster. So he's going to be the player I'm going to be spectating the most on Gallant, and then Marvel on the flip side of things is going to be the player we watch here for game number 2 for Asylium. So I'm ready. Gil, are you ready?
I am ready indeed. We're going to be spamming that button to get everyone on the same track. As soon as that's done, you said it, search and destroy firing range is going to begin. And I'm interested about Raid too. I'd say that it's a really dominant player that can perform so good, so dominant in multiple situations. So that's going to be particularly important for the Gallant esports players. As we start game number 2, round number 1. We're going to give some screen, like you mentioned, to Raid, right? Let's do it.
Absolutely. They're going to be on the defense here. And now we're going to see the push come through for the guys over at Asylium. They're going to be making the A-long push up. Nades are raining in. The concussion's going to start. Shark going to be able to pick up that first one, and that is going to give the one-man advantage over to the guys over at Asylium, who are not going to waste any time. Going to go ahead and get that bomb plant down. Onur going to be in the backside sniping it out. Capo there to contest as well. Does get a shot on Marvel, but Marvel does one dirty and takes out Onur. And it's a 3v4, making a 3v3. Genius on the flank, full side. A-long covered. The push comes through. Jazz on the inside. Balance finds one, and it is a 2v2 as Capo finds... Oh, Jazz, the worst COD timing possible. Turns his back in trailer and bites the dust. Shark going to be playing in a 1v2. Capo looking to clear off the site. Is going to go down. The push comes in from both sides. Genius and Capo play well together. 6 seconds left. Plenty of time for Capo to get this bomb defused. And even with the one-man advantage on the first portion before the bomb was planted, Asylium not able to capitalize on that.
Really unfortunate for Raid to get concussed with that tactical nade. Unable to move and taken out, but the team was able to step it up. Unfortunate for Shark as well. I feel like the amount of damage that they did on that player who was defusing maybe could have taken slightly more time before bouncing out in the trailer area. But anyways, that ended up not being in his favor. This time around, the first blood is going to be for Capo as he gets the snipe onto Balance. Balance is out. People defending on that trailer area. One of them is going to be Raid. Raid going to be defending trailer. Finds the first opponent, takes the kill. The bomb was behind this bomb. The bomb carrier, sorry, was behind this. Gonna have himself safe with a head glitch. Not gonna work out. Capo finds the snipe. Marvel in a 1v4. The bomb nowhere to be found. And I think that's just not good news for the Asylium roster. They're gonna try to do their best, but Marvel gonna get flanked and annihilated. 2-0 lead for the Gallant esports. That's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they needed to come through hot and heavy in this first portion of the Search and Destroy, not only to solidify themselves a Game 3, but also just to prove themselves a point. Like, we saw the hard point. It was so heavily in their favor to begin with, and it just got rocky. Shark going to make the push up, finds one. Capo going to get the return, though. Balance drops. Bombs down. No need to panic, though, as I do see Shark making the rotation back up. Is going to pick it up. Faints, able to find his first on board. Clears off Capo on the A-long barrel site. A is now uncovered. Ray going to make the rotation over to the trailer. Is not going to be spotted and faints. Is going to make that push up. Shark as well. Jazz coming through as well. It's a 3-man push. I did see Faints actually pick up that first one. Marvel picked up his third. Cleared out one as well. And 4v2 man situation advantage going in favor of Asylium. Should be interesting as I say that Jazz actually drops, and that's going to be Raid putting up some heavy smoke. Onur comes through, finds two, and now what was a 3v2 is now a 1v2 scenario. The push clutch is going to have to come through, and I was expecting Marvel to walk right up on Raid and Onur at the bomb site, but they played very well, making the rotations over. Onur going to get the body shots to come through as well. Raid going to get the defuse. Very well executed 2v3 clutch for the guys over at Gallant.
Yeah, playing to their strengths initially, trying to get the players' advantage. Actually, they ended up dropping 2 players, 3 even, immediately. Raid and Onus just Honor, sorry, did an amazing job at defending that area, making sure that they got the kills and eventually defusing that explosive device. And 3-0 lead for them. Gallant Esports on a streak so far. The side of Asylium are trying their best. They have been trying to come up with different strategies, but so far nothing has worked out just yet. But of course, there's still that chance. Verdict called it himself. Last game, it was sort of the same way. We had a Gallant roster just being so dominant, and then I don't know where Asylium started to pop off through the mid game, and at the end of it, it was just them all over the place. This time around, the first blood is yet again in favor of the Gallant Esports. I see that Aphelion is being quite aggressive, but gets spotted by Jazz. Jazz takes the kill to try to even things out, but they still have 4 versus 3 Marvels are getting surprised. Jazz and Feints in a bad situation. Both of them get taken out. Feints was able to get a kill in the meantime, but a 4-0 lead for Gallant Esports. This is gonna be really hard for Asylium to come back from. Doable, yes, but Gallant Esports don't seem to be trying to slow down anytime soon.
No, as a matter of fact, dude, they are just absolutely steamrolling right now. Not allowing anything to come through. Gathalia gonna push up. Shark, aggressive. Shark actually finds the shots to land with the shorty, and that is gonna be his third, as it does look like he's gonna make the push towards this jungle side of Noor. Gonna be there. Feints finds one and worse sniper. Capo drops. Balance now in an intense situation here, but Jazz able to pick up the slack. Bombs down. This should be an easy round for Asylium, but nothing ever comes easy when you're going up against a Gallant Esports roster. As a matter of fact, we've seen the 2v4, we've seen the 2v3. Doesn't matter. Onur finds the opening blood to make the push up. Marvel going to be there to stop it, but does not see Onur initially. Balance does, however, and that is going to be the first attacking round going in favor of the guys over Asylium. But it's their last as well, as we're going to go ahead and flip sides. Very dominant performance on the defense. Can Gallant Esports put up another dominant strategy here on the attack? You know, we'll have to find out. I think they got a lot of momentum coming in. We'll have to see, though.
Yeah, a lot of momentum coming in. They finally were stopped for once, but let's see for how long. The bomb is going to be carried by Gathalia. Gathalia just taking his sweet time, using his M13. Not going to find anyone just yet. Their allies are defending him. I think Capo, the worst sniper, going to be onto A-Long and could potentially find Shark. None of them know where the other one is at, but they are so close to one another. Capo might be actually revealing himself by jumping to give audio cues to Shark. Shark is still waiting with his MX9. Shark is just being some good old trigger discipline, just waiting for the perfect timing here. No one has been killed just yet. Everybody's taking their angles, just waiting for an opponent to walk by. Shark continues to be in this place. And that could be tremendous, because at this point, I think the opponents have no idea he's there. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. He push, takes one kill, eventually gets himself taken out. But the push is on. And the Gallant Esport players are suffering a lot, as Marvel takes the kill into Genius, leaving only Raid and Capo. It's a 2 versus 4. They have to overcome at this point in time. The bomb is gonna be on the ground. Raid in the trailer area finds an opponent, takes a few shots, but doesn't really take the kill. The advantage is still heavily for the opponents. Only 22 seconds on the clock, and as they try to move towards the bomb, Capo gets pushed over by Jazz and annihilated. So does Raid, and Birdie can see the future. He predicted it. He was like, you know what, maybe Gallant Esports is gonna take the lead, but you know, Asylium did come back around on game 1. They might do the same on game number 2.
You know, there's ample opportunity for a comeback for this Asylium roster. Put up 2 decent rounds back-to-back there. Can they hold off the push from this Gallant Esports team, who are just absolutely OP in every sense? Showed how well they could flex the 4 rounds in a row on the defense. Switching sides up, another story, though. Very convincing round. I was watching Shark for a majority of the time, just waiting for that ample time to pounce. Found one, but instantly got traded. Gathalia going to be half health here. The push towards his A-long sight from 2 of these players. Looking to come through. Balance going to be holding The front side of Wood, I thought that was Balance on the front side of Trailer, but it's not. That's Shark. Gathalia comes through with the beams. It's not a pay-to-win gun. Obviously, it's the M13 Morningstar. If you haven't seen it yet, it is just absolutely ridiculous. So Noor going to be caught inside bottom Wood, and now it's just going to be Genius. Everything falling apart here. But able to collect himself. Does find one. Balance going to spot him, though, on the return. 1v3 scenario, bombs down. There's nothing that Asylium needs to do here in order to clutch this round. Genius up top. 10 is going to be called out, and now we play the waiting game. Balance is going to be saved by Jazz, who does make the shots connect. We've got ourselves an interesting game here. 4v3. Point advantage still in favor of Gallant. Can Asylium put together 3 more aggressive rounds and pay off?
Also far, they've done it 3 times in a row. They have kept their cool. They knew that they were on the back foot, but doesn't matter too much. I see Honor going onto this campsite, and potentially could pick up some kills from here if the opponents are not aware of his presence, which so far they are not. Takes the kill onto Marvel, immediately goes for the double as there's someone in the middle of the map. Takes the push, but Balance was ready for it. Takes the revenge frag. Raid gets the kill onto Shark. 4 versus 3. Players' advantage is going to be once again in favor of Gallant. That didn't happen in a couple of rounds, but they're finally there. The bomb carrier is Gathila, dropping that trophy system and immediately planting the explosive device. 45 seconds on the clock for Asylium to defuse this bomb. And this is going to be the round of truth. Like, either they tie it up or they're going to be in a huge disadvantage with their opponents being 1 round away from victory. The bomb carrier in there. Genius takes the kill into Balance. 1v4 situation for Feints. Not much to be done. Finds the first opponent, but through the right side there was Raid with the shorty ready to make the push, take the round, and the 5-3 lead is for Gallant Esports. 1 round away from even this series out.
This is it. This is the Game 3 decider. Will Asylium find a way to come back? 5-3 right now. Gallant Esports looking pretty OP. As a matter of fact, Onor just doing what he wants because he does that. Finds one Marvel, drops, Balance, takes down Gathia, Fates on Revenge. A little bit more life here for this Asylium roster. Genius makes the push through this A-long site, finds Fates for the return, but Shark is going to be taking some shots on him there. Raid is super weak. Bottomwood, backside. The push is not going to come through, but the bomb is down, and Ray going to try and collect it without any kind of damage being done. Jazz, right there, takes some shots, is super weak. Faints finds one. Shark finds another. Raid is left in a 1v4. He's got bombs in his hand, which is the only good thing going for him. Takes down Balance. Makes it a little more doable, but still 3 thirsty Asylium players here for the contest, and that is Jazz hitting the shots from jungle side, extending us to another round. 5-4, match point still in favor of the guys over Gallant.
All of Asylium were collapsing on their opponents, and as we move to round number 10, could be the last one once more, but Asylium are trying their hardest. They are trying to close this one in a 2-0 fashion. That's the easiest, most effective way to be onto that top 6 placement on the overall standings for this Mobile Mayhem. They are trying to get there. They are trying their hardest, and Gallant are most definitely struggling to find a victory so far. The first 30 seconds of these rounds, not too much action. I see 3 players inside of Wood. 2 of them are outside of it, just making sure that they have secure angles, no one rotating or pulling onto a sneaky kind of play. There's gonna be Marvel in the middle of the map with a sniper, and he could potentially find the first opponent right now, and he does. Misses the shot onto Honor. Honor takes the first blood, goes for the double, and gets it by annihilating Shark. What once was a 5 versus 5 is now a 5v3. Balance does get the revenge frag onto Aphelion. The bomb carrier was dropped for the side of Gallant Esports. That is actually going to be really problematic. Balance continues to be alive. This is now a 3v3. I'm not sure if he does, but if Balance knows that the bomb is over there, that could most definitely be GG for Gallant Esports here.
Good, but it's really going to be heavily dependent on where the other players are at. Capo going to be making the rotation over. Ray going to be taken down. Capo is going to get dropped on. Oh my God. Balance get turned on. Jazz in a 1v2. Bomb is still down. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. Genius and Capo going to be combining for this push up towards his B site. Capo clearing it up, making sure that he is still aware. Oh, Jazz. Jazz wins those. Capo now in a 1v1. Jazz doesn't need to do anything other than play time. Capo going to be anticipating the push. Goes for the bomb plant. Does not expect Jazz to come through on the rotation. We're going to a round 11. This game is going the distance. This was by far one of the best matches I've seen to date in the Search and Destroy. Just such a back and forth affair. But now we're going to flip sides. And Asylium only picked up 1 round off of the attack earlier. I don't know. Gil, this is it.
This is it. No more rounds. This is the last one here. Jazz, who was so dominant last round, is gonna drop immediately to the hands of Raid. Raid then falls to the weapon of Marvel, make it a 4v4. Of course, the spawns have flipped. And I see that Genius is gonna be aggressive, but Balance was ready for it. Balance takes the kill, and the player advantage is gonna be for Asylium. This is a 4v3. Balance still carrying the bomb, but the push is gonna come through in a matter of seconds. But Marvel takes the kill to Capo, Gothilla, and Honor. 2v4 situation. Gothilla gonna find an opponent here outside of wood. He can hear him right now. Starts shooting at him, missing all of those shots. Now feints, knows that there's an opponent up close. Gothilla trying to get that kill, but his ally is down. A 4v1. They are all collapsing onto Gothilla. And Marvel with his knife is gonna take the kill. Verdict in the future, I swear to God. He called it so early, and it happened the exact way that he said it was going to, with Asylium on top at the end. What in the world just happened?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea. What a match. What a match. Asylium stepping up to the plate, delivering 2 big games, an upset to the Gallant esports roster. I don't think I've ever seen them lose a best of 3 2-0. As a matter of fact, every time I've seen them play, it's always gone to a 3rd game. If it is very, very, very just unorthodox here. Asylium coming in big time. I saw Raid leave the lobby earlier. A little bit of hope drop there. Taking a look at the score, though. Balance, 9 points, or 9 kills on board. 10 for Jazz. Marvel clutching it up big time. Hell of a performance from the squad. Hell of a comeback in that Search and Destroy. They were down 4-1. Match point 5-3. And 3 perfect rounds. Not perfect. They were well fought. 3 great rounds coming through for Asylium. They take down the big guys in Gallant esports. They earn those 20 points, and they definitely push above that 6th place spot. As a matter of fact, I'm taking a look at it. Points haven't been factored in yet, but they're actually going to jump all the way to that 4th seed as Anarchy and Meseeks EU are going to be dropping down to 5th and 6th respectively. So just for reference here for you guys, points haven't been calculated just yet. As soon as they do, Asylium are going to be pushed above that Anarchy squad. And our matchup of the day has now turned into, there it goes. Our matchup of the day has turned into a big-time upset. Gallant esports drops to Asylium, putting their name in the running for this top spot. Hell of a series, bro.
That was just tremendous for them. You said it, a 2-0 victory is exactly what they needed, capitalizing on Qlash's mistake by not being able to win their own game. And now it's gonna be the next big matchup, of course, from Meseeks and Aphelion. But Asylium have done their job. They knew that it was their chance to shine, and they took their advantage to the fullest. The most points that they could have gotten, they did. And pretty happy about them, pretty spectacular performance. I was, of course, expecting at least a 3rd game, I'm gonna be honest, but, it happens, The Gallant esports just couldn't keep up at the end. Couldn't close their matchups twice.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I got to give it to the guys over Asylium. They earned those 20 points there and every bit of it. That hardpoint epic at the end, Search and Destroy, if not the best series for Search and Destroy ever. I don't know what to say, bro. 4-1, you're down. You come back, you put up some effort. Things were looking very, very bleak for you. There was not a little bit of silver lining until that third round came through for them. And that match point went on for 3 rounds in a row. And the 1v1 clutch up from Jazz on point, the last round was just epic. Hell of a game 2 right there. Hell of a search and destroy. Hell of a performance. Asylium definitely looking like they should be in that stage 5 running after that performance. So we're going to get geared up for our next series, as Gil just mentioned. Aphelion and Meseeks EU. Battle of Titans of their own. Meseeks have played so very well this season. Aphelion making a last-minute entry into the Ultima slot. So Ultima was formerly Monarchy. Monarchy obviously dissolved. Ultima couldn't put up a roster. We've got Aphelion back in the mix, and it feels good to see them there. Haven't been maybe like a season or 2 we haven't seen Aphelion, so glad to see them put themselves out there. Obviously, one of the better orgs in this EU scene. Love to see them make their interest back in. So I'll stop blabbing. We'll take a short intermission. Give us about 3 to 5 minutes to get things together. Until then, we're going to take a minute to hear from Call of Duty Mobile, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, Aphelion versus Meseeks EU. Aphelion making their late debut into the season as we pull up the standings, as it is quite ready to show now. I do think we talked about... Well, no, I didn't want to do standings. I wanted to do results from the day for guys who were just tuning in. My bad. Results, if you're just now tuning in. Qlash take a 2-0 L over... Or Bunker Esports, rather, take that 2-0. Asylium 2-0 over Gallant Esports. Aphelion and Meseeks EU, our next matchup of the day. Gil, I know we were talking about this one being a toss-up because we didn't know too much. What are your thoughts?
Well, I stand by what I said. I'm not sure. I'm excited. You know, of course, the side of Meseeks are trying to solidify even more their standing, while Aphelion just tries to put on some numbers for themselves. But my biggest issue is that I'm not sure how Aphelion is gonna do. I am thrilled to see them do their best, but I'll have to wait and see to have any sort of answer to that question about who might be taking this third match of the day.
Yep, absolutely. As I'm taking a look at the lobby, just to kind of give you guys a brief of the players available for Aphelion. They've got Greek, Kel, Murad, Coop, Cousin, I'm not 100% sure who that is, and then Captain. I don't think I've seen a few, maybe Greek, but I'm going to have to see how they perform. Obviously, I'm a little newer to the EU scene. I don't think I've been able to see any of these guys play, so should be interesting as we do have the best of 3 available. And Gil, I think we're starting off with a raid hardpoint.
All right, raid on hardpoint. That is the first one, and then we will move on to search and destroy firing range, with a potential third game of Domination Hagneyard. That's going to be the map rotation for this match. Then the band operator from Aphelion is going to be the Kinetic Shield, and the map is going to be Summit. For Meseeks, the bands are going to be the Sparrow and Crossfire. It seems like today just no one was in the mood for the Crossfire map, and the operators bands, I think most people have agreed with the Kinetic Shield, and switching back and forth between Sparrow and Annihilator, right?
Yeah, I'm digging the first 2 maps on this map, or this best of 3 rotation, but that third one is a stinger, bro, if I have ever seen one. That Hackney Yard domination seeping through. Maybe we would have seen like a Hackney Yard hardpoint. That'd have been interesting, but nonetheless, if it does go to distance, should be a... I'd rather not say. So, players are in the lobby. We are good to roll. We've seen the best of 3, Kinetic Armor and Sparrow being banned. We're going to see that Annihilator that Gil mentioned. And without further ado, game number 1 going to come through. Hardpoint raid is where the action starts, and with the bans that we've seen, should be an interesting display here, as we're going to go ahead and get in. We do have listen-in permissions for Meseeks, not for AE, but should be an interesting best of 3 played out.
Well, from what I've gathered from chat, they are saying that over at Aphelion, Greek could be their best player. So we'll get to look at him a little bit more. And they're also saying that Cousin is a Raptor from Monarchy. I don't know if you could let us know something about that there, Birdie.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with Raptor. As a matter of fact, we had a running, every time we seen him play, he popped off. We'd always go Raptor, like, rawr, Raptor. That was Imperium's little thing. It was silly, but It just kind of panned out, but what's not panning out is AE actually on P1, so Meseeks going to be able to get some uncontested time, much needed to take the advantage. 25 seconds left on the point and 30 seconds on the hill. Denisio going to be getting contested here. Greek going to make the push up. Greek actually going to be half health, but I think Denisio missed him in the mix. Greek actually going to be taken down, and P1 finally going to get a contest, but it's a day late and a dollar short. Raptor actually going to be there to get their first frag on there, and the battle for P2 is going to come through. Kitchen side already looking like a Meseeks advantage.
I mean, right now Meseeks has like 15 kills. The side of Aphelion total has like 5 or 6. The amount of times that I've seen Aphelion just constantly run into the hardpoint and getting killed, it is just pretty high right now. They are currently getting some track onto the kitchen, but they get taken out. They will have Fahim, Hess, and General Gore with a tremendous lead in here. 50-11, 40 more seconds on the clock on hardpoint number 2, and they are in a huge moment in time. They are continuously getting the control, not allowing Aphelion to get not only time inside, but even the kills are not in there for Aphelion. They are throwing a lot of utilities. They are throwing grenades, tactical nades, and yes, they fought for what, 2-3 seconds maybe. But
Yeah.
Hess with the SKS was ready for it with the SKS power to take them out.
Yeah, the SKS usage has been like heavy throughout this season. As a matter of fact, I don't normally see it with the standard camo. As a matter of fact, I see, you know, one of those, the one that Space uses. That's the cleanest sight. This one, however, not as great, but still viable. So Hez picks up his 9th, makes the break here early in P3, and that actually might lead us into our listening, because based off what I'm seeing right now, Aphelion have a lot to work on. I don't see this game going too much further, so bear with us as we join in for the Meseeks VC check.
Oh yeah.
Pool side. Got him. One more, two more, pool.
There's 3 there on AC.
One zip,
They're coming AC. One AC dead, one more AC.
AC dead. I'll full streaks again.
Got
I'm gonna take for next, boys.
Go rotate next. I heard. Go rotate next.
nice.
One's going for top. Yeah, they're going for top, so
One coming your zip. One coming zip. I'm gonna prep.
Where was he?
One
He's
mix.
on the heck
All
glitch.
dead.
He's on the heck glitch.
Copy. Oh my god.
CT dead.
Oh, fuck this bitch.
oh, there's one on stairs.
One
Nice.
guy side dead.
One top. One
On
top.
you.
Dead.
Oh, fucking, I was at 3 there, boys.
One pool.
Nice.
One guy
Who
front
did?
points.
Push them if you can. Push them. Pinch.
One front one dead. One more
In the
front
back,
one dead.
nice.
One dead.
One top.
Nice. One, yeah, I got him.
One more top.
One for
Pool
dead.
side, nice.
Top dead.
One more water.
The sentry combo.
Water.
Water
Dead.
dead.
Nice.
One kitchen. He's 3-3.
I think you're coming.
All right, game 1, not necessarily the nail biter that I anticipated. Aphelion have a lot to work on, and Meseeks EU able to take this series, or first game rather, 150-30. Comms were a bit lackluster. I know it's you know, a bit of a blowout. You're not expecting a lot of conversation, but a lot of dead time in that that Meseeks listened in. As a matter of fact, I was anticipating a little bit more, but you know, the performance definitely was on point. So, game 1, Gil, thoughts? Aphelion make the late break into the scene and start their debut off a bit rocky.
Yeah, starting off a bit rocky would be an understatement. They definitely tried their hardest, but I see in the scoreboard at the end, Denisio being 22-2 is just those numbers are way too impressive. That even outside of him being a tremendous player, don't get me wrong, but also talks a lot of Aphelion not being in a great spot for this first game. And it is not the end of the world, you know. We mentioned how like they got here a little bit early, so it's understandable for for them to try to, get used to what's going on and such. But Meseeks definitely capitalized on their opponent's mistakes and with great success. Look at like Hess and Denisio, like their scores, their KDs are just outrageous right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 6 times positive for Hez, 11 times positive for Denisio. We saw the plethora streaks come through. You heard the call out there. I think that's one of the ones that, really sparked, the only thing that I sounded that was right for Meseeks. You heard the full streaks again, hold them until the next point. That utilization definitely sealed the deal. We saw the Sentry Gun come out. It was a bit devastating, a bit lopsided. Meseeks EU able to capitalize. Game 1. Now they're going to be able to do it here. Can they close it out on the game 2? Because God knows nobody wants to see a Hackney Yard domination. Yet again, another firing range search and destroy. Going to be the determining factor if we see a game 3. We saw the last series. An epic search and destroy against Gallant and Asylium. Asylium able to clutch it up 6-5 fashion. Will we see yet again another best of 3 end in 2 here? It's possible. Are we rooting for it? Absolutely not. I'd love to see a game 3. Other than the fact that it's on a Hackney Yard. So I'll be a bit hypocritical there, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Domination Hackney Yard. Not necessarily the best map out there. We all know how that drill goes. Hackney Yard, a map that I definitely got to enjoy it a bit more, specifically on something like Hardpoint or Search and Destroy, but
Exactly.
domination is not there. Domination is not there.
That is not the move. That is not the move.
Victory for Meseeks. Game number 2 is going to be on the go. This is Search and Destroy on firing range. We've had this map a couple of times today. We're going to have it once more. And for starters, last time we gave some screen to a player from Aphelion. What about going from what was the MVP from last game? That is Denisio.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see Denisio, DLQ in hand as well. Bomb is going to be picked up by Gore. Denisio, one of those prominent up-and-coming snipers in the scene. We got the interview from him earlier on in the season. Absolutely a phenomenal guy. Love to see him progress now as a 2-0 potential here for Meseeks, and Aphelion just looking to buy a game in the series. Could very well do it here on the search. Aggressive, that definitely not the case here. This is a conservative push from both teams, as I do see one player, Kel, actually going to be in a bit of a mid lane here, holding it off. Greek going to get the first blood there. Massive DLQ red action in place. Denisio going to be dropped, and Gore going to make the aggressive push up. Is going to go ahead and try and get this bomb plant down, but 2 players are right there. That's going to be Murad and Captain. Captain actually be taken down. Murad finds one. Gore going to be dropped, and now the push is going to come through. 3v4 player advantage. Make that a 2v4 now, as a little bit of a composure for the guys over at AE. They are starting this one off strong. Fahim left in a 1v4. Bombs planted. Nade goes down, and Greek going to push in. Greek gets taken down, but Murad's surely going to be able to get the clutch up. If he does it, there's going to be 2 players pushing into trailer. They're going to do the deed, and that's going to be Kel and Raptor actually clutching it up.
There for him, try to go for the miracle play on a 1v4, got the double kill, went to look at the other side of the trailer, but with 2 players pushing in and him already being low HP, he just couldn't take any more and ended up dying. The 1-0 lead starts off for Aphelion. Great start for them. The round was really, really interesting, and I like how Greek was able to play with that DLQ, just staying in the back, staying focused, and waiting for the perfect timing to get a snipe. This time around, as he was trying to drop a nade, Denisio made him pay the price. Denisio died last round to the hands of Greek, and now he takes his sweet, sweet revenge. It's gonna be a 4 versus 4. Less than 40 seconds on the clock. The bomb has been planted, and Ether is gonna be defending trailer with a AS Val. Takes the kill onto Cousin, and Denisio picks up a double kill, leaving Kale in a 1v4 situation. He is now gonna get pushed over from all different angles at once. Finds the opponent, tries to keep himself safe, running left and right, takes out the shorty. But I think this is just a matter of time. This is a Tom and Jerry kind of situation. Running away from opponents, Yenal Gore finally finds him off and takes the kill to even things out, 1 for each.
Here we go, a redemption round there for Meseeks. AE still looking pretty decent here in the Search for Destroy. As a matter of fact, that first round was just pretty epic starting for them. So setting the tone early. Don't follow it up with a round for themselves there, but Meseeks able to find one themselves. Score going to lead the pack on this B-side push. It's unattended. Raptor going to try and hold off the push, but is going to be completely outnumbered. Now we're going to see the 5-man stack make it a 4, as I do see Fahim on the backside. Denisio threads the shot through and clears off this B-side. Now the 3-man push up top is going to be Kel, Marad, and Captain looking to redeem themselves here. Fahim drops. Bomb still planted. 35 seconds on the clock. The push comes in from 2 players right directly through the middle. They find Aether. Kel going to make the push up. Hez going to pick up one. Captain's going to be left on his own. He's going to be right here on the bomb site. Gore going to go ahead and clean up. That is going to be 2 rounds in a row for the Meseeks EU squad.
And really well executed there at the end. A few moments of that round were pretty difficult for Meseeks, I would say, but were able to turn it back around. Aphelion in a bit of a pickle right now with a 2-1 deficit in this game. They're trying to defend as best as they possibly can, but also Meseeks, I like the way they're playing, the way that they are going back and forth these bombs, switching the way that they're pushing in here. Cousin takes the first blood onto Fahim, but Denisio answers back by avenging his allied. And General Gore is going to be pushing with the DLQ onto A-Long. There's a few players in here that he hasn't seen. Barely gets the angle, misses that shot. I thought that was going to be the case for a kill, but not. At the end, he goes for the aggressive push, finds the enemy, but doesn't really land the shot with a sniper. Takes out the shorty and the kill to make it a 4-3 players advantage for Meseeks. The bomb carrier is so close to the bomb. They can plant it right now, but he decides just to push onto that trailer area and get himself killed, unfortunately. Hez gets the revenge frag, but General Gore not in the best situation there. Greek is gonna defend a 1v3, misses the first shot, and behind him, Denisio was waiting for the shot. 3-1 lead. Meseeks want to take it home as quickly as possible. And I'm just questioning what General Gore did there, you know? A bit of overextending onto the trailer.
A bit of an ego chow, you know. It is what it is. At the end of the day, they were able to clutch it up. There was a 4v1, led to a 3v1, but nonetheless, still a pretty decent run here for Meseeks. Aphelion still haven't found their grip. I know that first round, as soon as I say that, Raptor actually finds his 4th. Fahim drops. Gore going to go ahead and do the deed. I don't know if that's necessarily the move. Captain finds Aether. That's a 3v5 defense on this B site. Gore gonna hold back and do the D for the bomb plant, but 2 players pushing up mid. That is gonna be Kel and Marad. Denisio finds his 9th. I've yet to catch one of his kills on board. We're gonna maintain his point of view until I do. So 3-man push up. Hez gonna find one. Captain gonna find one. Hez finds 2. Now Marad left in a 1v2 scenario after he finds one. Oh my god, Marad! Absolutely on point, but Denisio with the shots misses 1. Marad not going to have time, even if he finds Denisio here. Doesn't matter. Time is going to expire. The bomb is going to go ahead and detonate. That is going to be a 4-1 lead now as we flip sides. Advantage still in favor of Meseeks, and a very valiant effort there for Marad. Just obviously timing was a huge factor. Denisio 10-3. Marad picks up 6-4. Top fragging for this Aphelion roster.
Yeah, and like you said, Denisio with double digits, the first player to get there, doing an amazing job for the team. Gonna be defending the top area of metal. Now Fahim gets taken out, and Hez once again gonna pick up a double using this AMAX, finds the 3rd enemy. Denisio takes the kill, Hez gets taken out, Captain does too. And this is gonna be a 1v3 where Greek finds 2 enemies at once, gets the first kill, tries to rush in for the second one, and gets it with a shorty. Now the 3rd one. Ether was ready for it. He knew that his opponent was low HP, pushed in place, make the move, and that's another round for Meseeks. 5-1 lead. All they need is one more round to take victory in here. Moment of truth. They want to close it out in a 2-0, like I previously mentioned. They are so close to victory. And although they are on their defensive side, they are definitely being slightly aggressive on the first couple of seconds. I see that on the B area, Hess has been left alone, currently holding a knife and waiting for opponents to walk by. Gonna swing, gonna hit, gonna take the double kill. Hess with a knife can get a double for himself and finally pays the price by getting killed by Greek. But Greek is in a 1v3. He cannot deal with Inicio getting himself killed. It's gonna be the 6-1 victory. And what a double kill for Hess. Like, getting a double kill with a knife in a competitive environment, not usually the case.
No, I thought he was going to actually whiff. He did whiff the first shot, but he, bounced back and found the second one. I thought he was going to get taken out right there at that bomb site, but sure enough, connected the second melee. The third one found himself a 2-piece. But story of this Meseeks roster continues to be Denicio on top in Search and Destroy formats. 14 kills. No one even remotely close to that in the lobby. As a matter of fact, the 2 top frags only combined for the same amount for the guys over at Aphelion. Healthy beginning to the Search and Destroy. A lot to work on for Aphelion. But after that first round, it was just everything kind of fell apart. So a 2-0, of course, is going to be the case. Meseeks able to capitalize on those much-needed points. Definitely going to put them in the contention for a top 6 spot. Now, those windows are getting narrow by the day. And hell of a performance for Meseeks, and not the best start for the guys over at Aphelion to begin their ways onto this Mobile Mayhem Fall 2021 season. So you saw it there. Meseeks 2-0. It seems like that is the case all around. But yeah, results for the day so far. If you're just now joining us in, Bunker 2-0's Qlash. 2-0 fashion for Bunker. 2-0 fashion for Asylium over Gallant. That was definitely not expected. And then Meseeks EU capitalizing on a 2-0 over Aphelion. Hope to see that team. They got a little bit of potential there. They have a lot to work on, though, so should be an interesting one. Game number 4, or series number 4, Nova Esports and Noxious Blood. I don't know, bro. I've seen Noxious Blood turn, a lot around recently. Is it going to be enough for, a potential, 2-1 or 1-2 scenario for them? Gil,
well, it's debatable, but I was talking about the fact that I definitely like how Noxious Blood has been able to play on Search and Destroy. They are definitely having their moments of just pure display of skill that is hard to stop as you have them as an opponent. But now, on the other hand, for Noxious Blood, I don't think they necessarily have the best plans when it comes to respawn modes. So it is important for them to not slip off too hard on the first game of Hardpoint. But yeah, it's gonna be tough, even more so if you're going against someone like Nova Esports.
You're absolutely right. Nova has turned things around 360%. Like, after winning Masters, they kind of took a little bit of time off, didn't take a lot too seriously. You could tell game by game they weren't necessarily doing their best. Not saying they were slacking at all either, but after such a tremendous performance in Masters, winning it, getting that stage 5 slot guaranteed, it's a moment that they could step back and, relax a little bit. They're off that relaxation. As a matter of fact, they're getting ready to get ready for that stage 5, and it's been all serious from them. As a matter of fact, they've dropped one series this season. That was against Stamina, who Stamina has also been looking good. We're going to get geared up for this series 4, but before we do, we're going to take a short intermission. We're going to hear a word from COD Mobile, and we should be back within the next 5 to 6 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we appreciate you for patiently waiting. And when I say patiently waiting, I mean patiently waiting for nothing, as we have just received news that Noxious Blood is going to forfeit today's series. Nova Esports are going to get a free 20 points as we take a look at the results from the day. I know you guys were so anticipating this Noxious Blood Nova roster matchup, but as you can see it at the bottom, they DQ via forfeit. Not able to produce any players, not able to play today. So, Bunker Esports again takes the series over Qlash 2-0, Asylium 2-0 over Gallant. Meseeks coming in through with a nice 2-0 sweep against Aphelion. Nova Esports getting those 2 freebies via forfeit. Standings overall looking pretty sweaty right here, as Stamina still up top, 115. Nova Esports at 100, and lo and behold, look at where Meseeks is at 80 points on top 3. That's wild. I would not have believed that at the beginning of the season. These guys have played so very well, progressively getting better and better each week, so looking forward to that. Gallant Esports take a massive L 2-0 style from Asylium. They're still going to be at 75 points, but 65 right underneath them. Asylium hold the tiebreaker if there's a situation towards the end of the season. But Anarchy are returning champions from last season, summer 2021. 60 points in 6th place, still pretty healthy, but Qlash right there below them. 45, Noxious Blood 40. 20 for Bunker, and Aphelion obviously makes that late entry, so GG's. Gil, man, I gotta say, I appreciate you for stepping in when Imperium's not available. I know you got a big family trip ahead of you. We won't see you for a while, but man, anytime I get a chance to cast with the GOAT Gil Mania, we dig deep into the series. We get into it. It was a hell of a day. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, it was, as always, my pleasure to be in here with you, Verdict. Just casting, having some fun, watching some amazing games. Like you mentioned, I won't be available for the remaining of this week, but I'll be available for the next if needed, you know, always here, always willing to step in if needed. So
we certainly appreciate it, my
Yep,
guy.
thank
Enjoy
you
your
all.
trip. We're going to enjoy the rest of our afternoons as we're going to get geared up for a raid. Guys, don't go anywhere. Tell them Verdict and Gil sent you. Till next time, we'll see you later.